Greetings all you no BSers. This is Derek Ralston from Photography by Derek Ralston, here with an update to the video preview that I did of the Paul C. Buff Cyber Commander. I've received a few questions about setting up the Cyber Commander and how to use it, and I figured I would address those before I go into the full review, probably sometime next week. The Cyber Commander is a very complex little unit because it controls 16 different lights. It has over 50 setups, 8 different groups. So I figured it would be really hard to set up, and for the first light or two that I set up, it was fairly difficult. Then I read the instructions and it made it much easier. There's a lot of steps involved, but they're broken down to little individual increments. So when you read the instruction manual and you see all those steps there, it's really not all that hard to do. One of the things about this unit that I had my doubts about, other than the screen, which as soon as I turned it on, all those doubts went away because this screen is just absolutely crystal clear. Even though it's small and packs a lot of information, it's very easily readable. On the back of this unit is a flash meter, and as you can see, the incident dome is fairly small, so I was wondering whether or not the readings from this would be as accurate as I was hoping for. The way that you use this unit is after you set up all your individual lights, you go to your channels and you have the channel set up. I have channel 1 set up as my main left, channel 2 is my right, channel 3 is fill left, etc. You go through and you select the channel that you want to meter, and you go to channel 1, hold it up, pop it off, go to channel 2, hold it up, pop it off, and it controls each light individually. So when you're metering channel 1, that's the only light that fires. Go to channel 2, it's the only light that fires. That is a time saver in and of itself. You don't have to go over, turn a light on, turn a light off, turn a light on, turn a light off. You just stand there and fire them all off. After you're all done with metering those, you go to all, push the button, you get an overall flash meter setting, and it gives you the ratios in a graphic format here on the screen. Now, have you ever taken a meter reading for your overall setup, gone back to your camera, taken the shot, and went, wow, that's a little bit too hot, or that's a little bit too cold, I guess I need to change my camera settings? Don't have to do that anymore, because once you're in all and your power is too low or too high, with a push of the joystick in 1/10 of an f-stop increments, all of those lights change and the ratio stays exactly the same. The other thing that you can do is assign groups of lights to a group. You can have up to 8 different groups. So let's say you want all your front-facing lights on one group, all your rear-facing lights to another group, your skim lights on another group. You can do that and adjust each one of those ratios in that group individually. An incredible time saver right there. As far as the light meter goes, I thought, well, I don't know, I'm going to have to get used to a different style of light meter. You don't. What you do is you can take this unit, take your meter reading, take whatever meter you're used to using and put it right next to it, take that reading, and if there's any discrepancy, you can calibrate this light meter to match your standard light meter that you used to use, and everything will be completely synced. It is wonderful. I don't have to use my studio light meter anymore because it's all right here. I also am not using this on camera. What I did, and I think I mentioned this in the other video, was I got a little cheapo cell phone case, and I take this, put it in the cell phone case, and I put it on my belt. That way when I'm setting up lights, getting my model posed or whatever, all I have to do is reach down, pull it out of the case, get the meter reading, and reset my lights if I need to, and everything's good to go. So just use standard triggers on the camera and use this as a separate controller. So far, I haven't really found any major downfalls to this other than just getting used to the way the joysticks work. And if you look on the screen tells you which way to push the joystick. So it's really not that difficult once you get used to using it. I'll probably be going into full production on these lights using the Cyber Commander sometime next week, and I'll have a full review of that and how that works actually in full shooting situations, probably for you sometime next week. So hope this answered some of your questions. This is Derek Ralston from Photography by Derek Ralston, wishing you great shooting, and see you on the forums.